discipline, determination, integrity, and compassion. These are the recurring traits by which Rainoil Limited has built a formidable reputation in the downstream sector of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. Rainoil was formed on the back of a simple theory of independence mixed with discipline and good old-fashioned hard work.
When I started Rainoil was only me. I got an office at number 1 Anikapeno Street in Ikeja. I will be in my office at 8 a.m. I will come, I will open the door, I will go in, I will sit down. Even if, when you're small, let's say, I had money for only 1 truck or 2 trucks, and I've supplied it. I've not been paid. And maybe they're going to pay me in a week or in 2 weeks' time. So there's nothing for me to do. But I will still go to the office at 8. If I get to the office at 8:30, I will tell Gabriel, you are late. You are late.
Rainoil was founded in 1997. Today, the company plays across the entire value chain of the downstream sector of the oil and gas industry. From shipping to bulk storage, logistics, and over 62 retail outlets across the country.
I dare say that we are a fully integrated downstream oil and gas company, from the shipping, importation of the product through ships, to the storage through our tank farms, to the distribution through our tank trucks, and then to the retailing through our retail outlets. We are in the entire value chain.
The Rainoil Group is one of the leading indigenous companies in the downstream sector of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. Rainoil Limited was incorporated in November 1994, commencing business as a petroleum products marketing company in November 1996. The company's asset base has grown steadily over the last 20 years to include our ultra-modern bulk storage facilities with a 50 million litre capacity multi-product depot in Ogara, Delta State.
At every point in time, we can hold a total of 50 million litres of white products. We have about 32 million litres of PMS, 6 million litres of DPK, and 10 million litres of AGU. We do up to 70 or 80 trucks per day, at times 100 trucks daily.
And a 40 million litre capacity multi-product depot in the Calabar Free Trade Zone, Calabar, Cross River State. Rainoil has over 62 retail outlets spread across the country, with stations strategically located in major cities such as Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Uyo, Enugu, Onitsha, Asaba, Makurdi, Sapele, Lafia, Kefi.
We're primarily a downstream company, so the focus really is on growing the retail. That's the focus for the last year. For sure, on growing the retail side of the business. There's been a very rapid expansion of the retail outlets. Target is to grow to at least 100 within the next 24 months.
At Rainoil, our logistics department is second to none. With a fleet of over 91 tank trucks for efficient delivery of products to our network of stations and customers across the country. With 6 shipping vessels and a total capacity of over 120,000 metric tons, our marine shipping services make it possible for us to serve internal and external demands for large volumes of petroleum products.
Today, we are, I think, the second biggest or the third biggest in Nigeria as far as shipping fleet size is concerned. We have got other players in the market. There are a lot of small players who have 1 ship, 2 ships.
Rainoil remains a wholly indigenous company and a recognized player in the downstream oil and gas industry. The ultra-modern head office is located in Lekki, Lagos State. How did it all begin? Back in 1994, a young 28-year-old Gabriel Ogbeche had a burning desire to test the waters and explore independence through entrepreneurship. He had a hypothesis.
Objective was very simple, very simple. I was working for another oil company, Ascon Oil Company Limited. My salary was 30,000 naira a month. And I asked myself a very simple question. Gabriel, what else can you do to make 30,000 naira a month? And I asked myself that question because I believe then, and I still believe today, that anything you can do to make 30,000 naira, to make your salary, could take the place of your job.
After nearly 2 years of trying and failing to raise 300,000 naira seed capital to start his business, he came to a brick wall. Until late one night, when he pulled out his capital market file to review what he thought were meager investments in shares.
For 2 years, I thought I couldn't raise 300,000 naira. 2 years, I was trying to raise 300,000 naira. I thought I didn't have the money. But surprisingly, one evening, I brought out my capital market file. I was living in Egbeda then. I brought out my capital market file and I just started itemizing all the stock one by one. 2,000 units of 7-Up at 2 naira 20 kobo. I just started itemizing all the stock and I was surprised. They came to 497,000, as you can see. I thought I didn't have 300,000 naira, but I actually had 497,000 naira.
With 300,000 naira from the sale of his shares, Rainoil supplied its first truck of diesel to First Aluminum PLC.
And that was our very first transaction. I took this LPO, I did that supply. Instead of making 30,000 naira, I made 45,000 naira because within that period, prices had moved somewhat. The next supply, we did this supply. By the time we were paid, Christmas had come, we cashed the check, we got value on the check. The second supply, this time was to Limca on Abimbola Way in Isolo. Limca paid cash. The third supply was to United Spinners. And then step by step, we just went on like that.
With a keen eye on the industrial landscape, a good knowledge of the inner workings of the business, and a firm financial discipline, the company grew steadily from strength to strength, acquiring one asset after the next, spreading its network of operations across the country.
I joined Rainoil like 19 years back, but I know that because of the way things were going, at that time I saw the trend. I knew that the only thing we needed is time.
Over the last 20 years, Rainoil has grown to become a mother company for the group birthing Finefield Petroleum Limited, the company's multi-product bulk storage depots across the country, and Gobel Marine Services Limited, managing the company's fleet of ships and shipping services. The company started with 300,000 naira 20 years ago, has grown in value to a worth of 150 billion naira.
Well, the secret is not far-fetched. A lot of businesses fail because the visionaries don't know that activities on the top line is not your money. Your money is what happens at the end of the day, the bottom line. And then most importantly, even from that bottom line that is your money, you reinvest. So you keep reinvesting, you keep re-strategizing.
Integrity, hard work, and financial discipline are the backbone of Rainoil's phenomenal growth.
It's almost like a fairy tale, if you think of it. I mean, but these things happen in reality. It's one man's drive that has driven this. I look at him today and I wonder sometimes why and where he gets the energy to do it. He answers the phone at any part of the day or night. You call him, even when he's not in the country, and he looks at every message. I mean, here at Gobel, we are looking at a set amount of messages that come in. He's got Gobel, Rainoil, Finefield, the entire lot, and he still gets the time to read it. I don't know how he does it.
These values have percolated to the entire workforce of over 700 people, offering world-class service to the company's clients, customers, and partners across the country.
Ultimately, every organization is just as good as the manpower they have. That's one thing people must realize. As a leader, you must begin to think beyond yourself. I mean, this is an organization that should be able to survive each and every one of us. So even if you take yourself out of the equation, what happens to the organization? And the only way the organization can survive is that you train your people, make sure you have the right set of manpower who can do your job and who can be anything within the organization.
I was general manager in charge of logistics, so there's nothing anybody can tell me about logistics. I was general manager in charge of terminal operations in Ogara for like 5 years. For me, it's a well-known ground. And then I've also had the opportunity of managing operations, Lagos operations in the third-party depots.
That key value that we've employed over the years is empathy. Because we know where we are coming from and we know how tough the environment is. Empathy has sort of ruled a lot of the way even though we are a business and we are a profit-making organization, we value the people that work for us. And we know that we couldn't have been where we are today without the help of people. So we are big on helping people grow, developing people, and just recognizing generally that without people, good people, you can't do much.
As the company grew, so did the founder's compassion for the community. With a focus on people from staff to host communities, Rainoil has funded countless corporate social responsibility initiatives in sports, health, education, and road construction.
want to say a big thank you to Rainoil on behalf of myself, my staff, and the pupils. We are saying a big thank you to Rainoil, that we appreciate them, and we are thanking them for a work well done, because this is the first time we're having this type of program in the school, and we are so excited. In fact, if you look around, you will see the children all over. They want to know what we are doing. They want to see for themselves. So Rainoil, thank you very much.
It's a very welcome development. We've seen cases of glaucoma, we've seen cases of very high refractive errors. And particularly these glaucoma cases, if nothing is done about it, I'm sure in a very short time from now, many of them will be having some form of very terrible visual losses. Yes, which could even be legal blindness, as the case may be. Yes, but for such cases, we've taken them out separately, to see how we can give them further, management. Because it's not just a case of glasses at all. Like one we saw, his vision has already gone very bad. Even glasses could not do anything about it. Yes, so that one is just there. We are saying how we can help out, because what it means is that the vision is going off and off by the day.
Rainoil is sponsoring me with $90,000, for 3 years, So it's like this, and we are in the middle of the season already, and after I'm playing a national tournament here in Lagos here at Sulere. So after this tournament, I'll be going to Zimbabwe for 3 weeks of international tournament, and from Zimbabwe I will go back to Spain.
Looking to the future, Rainoil continues to uphold the values on which it was established 20 years ago. As Rainoil begins its journey into its 3rd decade, our eyes are set on building a conglomerate, starting with a network across the continent and into the world.